Off the west coast of Florida in Sarasota Bay lies a jewel of an island. St. Armand's Key is a must-see destination for visitors to the Sarasota area. Many folks venture a couple of short blocks west from the circle to the sand and surf of Lido Beach. St. Armand's Lido Beach draws thousands of visitors a year. They come by car, bike, boat, and some come by air. Every spring, shorebirds come to Florida to nest and rear their young. This is the story of a most unusual bird and his mate, family, and all his neighbors. Actually, the whole scoop. These are the black skimmers of Lido Beach. There are 3 species of skimmers: the African, the Indian found in southern Asia, and the black skimmer found in the Americas on both Atlantic and Pacific coasts. Skimmers are unique birds. Their lower bill is longer than the upper. They drag the lower mandible in the water as they skim the surface. When they hit a fish, the head jerks down, snapping the bill shut. The other unique feature of black skimmers is their eye structure. The pupil is a vertical slit. This enables them to feed in low light conditions. They are crepuscular, meaning they feed in the twilight, morning, and evening hours, as well as night. The male skimmer is larger than the female and has a heavier bill. The courtship consists of various movements and exchange of gifts before and after mating. Then there is that neighbor with a helpful suggestion. Things don't always work out as planned. Skimmers are monogamous, and both parents share in incubating the eggs and feeding the chicks. Chicks that wandered too far from the protection of their parents are treated as intruders by the other birds. In the spring of 2016, the colony selected this stretch of Lido Beach as their nesting site. It was perfect. It had cover for the chicks and was well above the high tide mark. Food was close at hand in the nearby Gulf. Audubon shorebird monitors and volunteers roped off the area to prevent curious beachcombers and enthusiastic photographers from disturbing the nesting grounds. Eggs were laid in the scrapes, and both Mom and Pop shared duties of incubating eggs and feeding the chicks. All seemed well, but there were dark clouds building over the Gulf. Tropical Storm Colin was in the Gulf of Mexico and headed for the Florida West Coast. Wind and storm surge pushed the surf higher and higher into the nesting area, sweeping away eggs and chicks. The colony was devastated. There were a few survivors, but the first clutch of eggs and chicks suffered major losses. Parents puzzled over their newly hatched but lifeless chick. Others waited for hungry chicks that never came. The resilient skimmers started over, but on even higher ground. Frequently, second clutches are not as successful as the first, but the Lido skimmers proved an exception. Skimmer chicks grow rapidly but do not develop their distinctive bill until they get their adult plumage. In 2017, the birds nested farther down the beach, on even higher ground. With rising sea levels and potentially more powerful storms, the future of the black skimmers of Lido Beach is uncertain.